Welcome, everybody, to today's session of our morning coaching. And following the book, we are using 35 Days of Redefining You for Success. The key point for today says strive to become competent and capable to achieve your dream. Strive to become competent and capable to accomplish your dreams. And I love the questions, the life application questions. And these are questions that I have, especially the first two, the two questions I have consistently asked myself this question. And that's why if you notice, those of you in the community, you notice that I always do a lot of further trainings and do further certifications. So I'm always asking, what new skill, what new knowledge do I need to gain in the industry so I can become a better business coach, a better business consultant, a better trainer, a better keynote speaker. I keep on, seeking and all of that. So these are questions that if you are really conscious and you are really dedicated to become an industry captain in what you do as a professional, whether in finance, accounting, in education, in healthcare, in furniture, in engineering, whatever you're doing here, then these are questions you need to always ask yourself. Am I competent and capable enough to accomplish all the dreams I have? Like I've always emphasized, having dreams, writing down dreams, these things are very much easy. But the most difficult part is where you need to become the person who can make the dream to happen. You can set beautiful goals for next year, but if you are not competent enough and capable enough to accomplish those goals, you will definitely remain the same next year, right? The second question says, what key knowledge and skills? The word key there is very important. Be careful. We are now in a knowledge economy. We're in a dispensation where a lot of knowledge is out there, but very few people have the wisdom or the ability to pick out the key knowledge and skills that they need to become very competent in their industry. The world is going in a dimension where the marketplace will punish generalists and reward experts. Yes, that's where we're going right now. The marketplace will punish those who are general, you have general knowledge everywhere, but you are not an expert in anything. That's why I always personally recommend that, be an expert in something, then be a generalist. You'll always be valuable. That's one thing I do for myself personally. I strive as much as possible to have basic general knowledge in key areas, especially areas that I see a potential intersection in my key area of expertise. For example, last year, the thing I did a lot was read a lot and watch a lot of video about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency and all of that to have general knowledge. I did not desire to become an expert because I knew that as a business consultant, strategist, all of that, very soon, someday, I may have clients coming to me, maybe they have blockchain products and they need a market entry strategy. How do I develop a better market entry strategy for a blockchain product I have no idea about? If you go to web designing, I have an idea. You go to media, you go to agriculture, you just have all of that. But there is my area of expertise. That's where the word key knowledge and skills come in. What key knowledge and skills do I need to be competent in my dreams? And another dimension of key knowledge and skills is where you need to have certain skills that you need to succeed in your dreams. For example, I have the dreams of becoming a world-class consultant and speaker. That's good. But what are the key skills I need to achieve this dream? Okay, communication. Okay, virtual workshop delivery, like what's happening right now. Or what else? Problem solving skills. What else? Creative thinking and all of that. You see, those are key skills that if I do not have them, I will not achieve my dreams. You get the concept? If you are getting me and you understand where I'm going, right, I'm getting you, because there's something very important. And I see many professionals confused about this. See, people are 30-year-old, 45 years old, but they find it, you don't yet see signs of them being winners, in their industries. I was talking with a Cameroonian lady who is also in the speaking industry yesterday. I was like, I see a lot of young Cameroonians, make a lot of mistakes, and sometimes they are not willing to really sit down and learn, the right processes that can guarantee sustainable success. And one thing about what I'm teaching today is that it leads to sustainable success. Do you want to be sustainable in the next 30 years? You need to understand this foundation I'm telling you right now. This is a kind of coaching that after this, you need to look for the link and follow again and get a pen and a journal and make sure you're making some strategic decisions which is very intentional with the mindset to act accordingly. Because if you miss this, you will turn around and you'll be 35 and 40 and you cannot really call yourself a professional. Do you know there are people who have been in an industry for more than 10, 15, 20, 30 years, but according to professional standards, they are not professionals. Do you know that? Yeah, they're not. And we need to be able, many of us are young people here, we need to avoid doing that. And that's why many people in the African continent find it difficult to play the game at the global stage. They find it very difficult. That people leave Africa when they go to the US or they go to Europe, just to integrate in the marketplace is a challenge. Because there are dimensions like this that they don't understand. So you need to pay attention to this and make sure you are operating in that dimension. Now, being a competent industry professional means that you have the knowledge, you have the required knowledge, you have the required skills, you have the required abilities necessary to perform your job effectively and efficiently. We're talking about striving to become competent and capable. So if I say that you are a competent industry professional in the industry where you operate, what I'm saying is that you have so grown, you have so developed the knowledge, the skills, and the abilities that are very necessary, or that can enable you to perform your job or your duties effectively and efficiently. It could also mean that you have a strong understanding. And I think this is where many people also get to lack, Many people do not have a strong understanding of the industry in which they work. Yes, people don't have like a strong understanding. I'm talking about like industry data, industry policies, industry systems, the whole ecosystem of the industry. Many don't know. Like, like in consulting, I've come across many people where when you're talking to them, they don't even know like state agencies or state ministries that control their institutions. They have no idea. That is somebody who does not have a strong understanding of their industry. Or somebody is in an industry and they don't have they don't know the ethics, the professional ethics, the foundational ethics that governs the industry. So if I say that you're a competent professional, what I'm also saying is you have a strong understanding of the industry in which you operate, including what? Latest trends, latest technologies, latest news, latest innovations, latest best practices created by top institutions and experts in the same industry. Are you getting the process? And this is something where it doesn't matter which country you are. I'm happy that in this session right now, there are people in Cameroon, South Africa, Dubai, United States. So this doesn't matter whether you're in a third world country, you're in a first class country. This works for everybody. But I think it's more critical for those who are in more developed countries. There's no way you can win in a very advanced country without this concept, without understanding how to make this very practical. Okay? Now, to be competent, to be a competent industry professional, you need to have some of the following. Let me quickly run through some of these things that come through my head. You need to have some of the following. Number one, I was already talking about it. Number one, which is very important, is a strong foundation of knowledge in your field of expertise. A strong foundation of knowledge in your field of expertise. Let me say, for example, in healthcare, if you're really going to be a very good healthcare professional or nurse, you're going to become better if you have the basic diploma in nursing. And you don't, with that diploma, you have all the foundational knowledge as far as the nursing is concerned. If you're really going to have a future, same for finance, same for even technology, same for, like, imagine somebody saying that, I can build websites, I can build apps, and the person cannot create a Facebook page or a YouTube channel, for example, or update a YouTube channel. You see, there's no foundational knowledge. So if you are here and you, like, for example, I see this a lot, especially in our industry, speaking, consulting, and training. People just go and put coach, consultant. When you see what they do, just the content they put on Facebook and the things they do, the seminars they organize, they lack basic foundational knowledge in the field. Like, sometimes I hardly confront guys in the industry who get things wrong, but and other people get to report to me. Like, there are many, because like in Cameroon and Africa, people see me as an industry captain in consulting and speaking. So they'll say, did you see what this guy did? All of that. So there was this guy I confronted, Eason Boya. This guy I confronted. Guess what he did? I always give this example because I personally was angry at it. So this guy did a flyer and said, become a world-class public speaker. That was the flyer. Become a world-class public speaker. Then in the flyer, I saw training platform, WhatsApp group. It hit me like that, bam. Then the fee, 3,000 francs. For those are in the US, that's how much? How many dollars? $5, $6? I was so mad. And then I get somebody I know so well. I'm like, for you to be called a world-class speaker, you must have spoken in at least more than 3 continents. Like, that for me, that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. You might have been like, like, you have gone a few countries, got what if the world said means you have been in a couple of almost, why not 4+ continents across the world. Then I go to this guy because I was angry because he's tarnishing the industry I love so much. He's tarnishing the industry. I am part of it. I felt so insulted and disrespected and angry. And I inboxed him, I called and say, hey, look, man, I asked him, I asked him a couple of questions. I asked him, look at you, if you see a training and it says you're going to become a world-class speaker, if you're really thinking right, if we're talking to him, I said, man, if you're really thinking right, do you believe a training which says that you are going to become a world-class speaker after the training? It is on WhatsApp, meaning they're going to use audios, they're going to use a voice note and maybe funny slides and share. And then the fee is 3,000 francs. Habana. I asked you, will you pay? Will you believe? He was looking at me. And I asked him, have you spoken out of Cameroon before? Tell me, have you traveled to speak in an event? He was looking at me. So why are you destroying your career when it's still so early? Yeah, see, there is no way you build credibility with things like that. No way. It will never. People will look at it, even like I saw it and I was angry at it. There are many people who saw and just laugh. They saw and just like which kind of stupidity is this one? And like a joke, I was recently explaining with another speaker in Cameroon, and she told me that she saw that thing and she didn't know how to react. And that's how people now have a funny perception about you. What is happening there is lack of foundational knowledge about the field, lack of foundational knowledge and expertise. Do not do that. That's why if you want to win in an industry, please go for formal education in that industry if there is. Go for hands-on apprenticeship if possible. Go back to school if you are really serious. If you want to pick up an industry, a new industry, go back to school. Lay the right foundation. Formal education will always be relevant. It's about the mindset. It's about the kind of mindset that you have that you can now make good use of the formal education. People who speak against school and formal education are short-sighted. So you cannot become a competent industry professional without the strong foundational knowledge of your field. So if you are listening to me, you need to go back. You need to go back and pick out some foundational knowledge. Number two, the second thing that you need to have to become a competent industry professional is the ability to apply the knowledge you have to solve problems and make informed decisions. This is very important. The ability to apply the knowledge you have, to use the knowledge you have to solve problems and do what? And make informed decisions. Like I always fondly say, if you claim that you have sense, use the sense and make impact and make money for yourself. If you claim that you are intelligent, use the intelligence, create impact for people and make money for yourself. Intelligence is proven by results. Stop speaking grammar without results. That's the point. That's the point of this point too. You cannot claim to be a professional and you don't have the ability. What differentiates professionals is the application of the knowledge they have. It's not the knowledge you have, it's the application. And applied in two dimensions, which are very important. Apply the knowledge to solve problems and apply the knowledge to do what? To make informed decisions as a professional. Don't make decisions and someone look at me, wait, this man, this woman, do you really have them? You cannot make this kind of decision and you claim that you are a professional. No, it doesn't sound like a professional. Are you guys getting me? Because some people need to go, as we plan to enter this new year, as we're doing this coaching session, some people need to go back to the foundation and do some self-corrections so you can become better next year and have sustainable success in your industry. Very important, okay? Number three, which is very critical, and if you don't have this number three, you may maybe practically be useless in your industry. Excellent communication skills. Every good industry professional is a good communicator, both written and verbal. And sometimes I take it further. If you have graphic design skills, it's still communication. Good. Video, you can do a good video, voice session, podcasting, all of that, or audio sessions. It is good, very important. Virtual sessions like this, communication, very important. Excellent communication skills, very important. The fourth point, strong problem solving and critical thinking skills. Yes, professionals are good, strong problem solvers, good critical thinkers. Why is this important for you as a professional? Because you need to analyze, you need to evaluate, you need to prioritize, and you need to be creative. That is why you need problem solving and critical thinking skills. Because as a professional in an industry, you need to be good at analyzing stuff. You need to be good at evaluating information. You need to be good at identification. You need to be good at making priorities. You need to be good at coming up with creative solutions. Okay? And then the next point that you should have to become a competent professional is the ability to work well with people. You need to be good at working well with people and collaborating with people to achieve better results. You can confidently walk in with other professionals without feeling intimidated and without being full of pride. Very important. Yes. A good professional in an industry can work and collaborate very well with other professionals without feeling intimidated, without having low self-esteem or low self-confidence, and at the same time, you are not full of pride. You are not so proud and arrogant. You are very good at having a balance. You are level-headed no matter where you find yourself. Nobody intimidates you and you don't intimidate another person. You are just a very excellent professional. And second to the last, strong work ethic. Strong work ethic. Professionals have very strong work ethic. When they get a task, they do it. They don't procrastinate. They don't shift things. They get things done and they deliver. When it's time for work, they work. When it's time to get up from the bed and work, get the hell up and work. Strong work ethic. Commitment to professional development and finishing what they started. And of course, the last point I'll mention is ability to maintain confidentiality and respect ethical standards in the industry. Yes. I should be able to trust you with my information, and you should be able to trust me with your information. Maintaining that professional confidentiality is important. And of course, other industry ethical standards, you need to be good at respecting them. So, talking about striving for competence and becoming competent and capable to accomplish your dreams, you need to take note of these things. And I hope that you are noting down some of these things and you are trying to analyze yourself and see where there are gaps and where you need to change. Because I want to categorically tell you, you will not be able to build a sustainable, successful career if you don't lay the foundation of these things I have been explaining to you. So after this coaching session, go back, sit down, look at yourself career-wise. Where am I right now as far as my career, my profession is concerned? Then ask yourself these two important questions. Am I competent and capable enough to accomplish all the dreams I have? It's a simple yes or no. And you can go further to rate yourself using percentage or on 10. Between 1 to 10, how competent are you to achieve all the dreams you have? Personally, for me, if I'm rating myself, I don't think I am up to 7. Now, you cannot use mine to rate you because you don't know the size of my dreams. You don't know where I want to go and all of that. So based on my personal analysis, I don't think I am not up to 7 on 10. So I still have a lot of work to do. And I'm sure even if you meet Elon Musk now and you ask him how competent and capable are you to achieve all the dreams that you have, he may tell you 5, he may tell you 6, he may tell you 8, 9, or 10. It depends what he has as dreams. But look at yourself and let's do this quick exercise. Look at yourself. Tell me in the chat box, tell me. On 10, rate yourself. How competent and capable are you enough to accomplish all the dreams you have at the moment? On 10, rate yourself. Let's go. Leave something in the chat box. Let's go. People who have been feeling as if they have arrived. How do you feel after this session today? You know, see why you don't settle. You know, something happened today. I don't know, for those who saw my status, was it yesterday or today? So I posted on my study yesterday that if I were to answer everything as yes, what will you ask me? So a young man asked me that, when will I ever stop doing all the research I do, reading all the books I read? I mean, when will I ever stop learning so much? I just replied, never. I replied, never. I don't think I'll ever stop, because I need to grow. I need to rise. You see? So good. You know, somebody is saying that I just realized I still have a very long way to go. And that is the foundation of change. That's the foundation of change, for you to recognize, so that you now see why you don't need, you don't need to be comfortable. You see why you don't need to just, when we talk about the wrong habits, hanging out anyhow, spending all your days watching movies and on Facebook anyhow, you are not studying, you're not stretching yourself. You need to do it. And for many people, you need to do it now. For many people who are still single, you don't have families yet, do it now. Build that habit, build that culture now, so that when the time comes, you are just adapting. When you start having a husband to take care of and children to take care of, when you start having wives to take care of and children to take care of and other things, you will not be there. Okay, good. I'm happy some people are challenged and they will do that. Okay, good. Let's go to the evening section, which is still very important. I told you that today is very professional. We're following on professional areas, and my belief is going to challenge somebody so well. And it's still related to day 23 morning. The evening point says, identify and respect your unique intelligence. So I'm going to spend a lot of time on talking about unique intelligence. See, your unique intelligence remains one of your most important assets in the journey of success. You understand? Many people don't understand their unique intelligence and how they can use it to build a better life and a better career. And one strong sign that you have discovered your unique intelligence is you stop comparing yourself with other people in the industry. When somebody's doing well in their area of excellence, you stop feeling bad. You celebrate them, because you know that is their area of greatness. When you discover your unique intelligence, you have discovered your area of greatness. You have discovered your area of greatness, and you're good to go. You see, like for example, I have done so. One of my mentees, Melvis. Melvis is super good with numbers, finance, and accounting. That's our area of greatness. She's super amazing. Area of greatness. I just have general knowledge. I don't even bother to, because as a businessman, right? But that's our area of greatness. And I think that she has identified her unique intelligence to win in that area. I have my area of greatness. So if we sit in a business meeting or whatever, and she's functioning from the business numbers, my job is to celebrate, learn, and celebrate her greatness in her area of greatness, right? If it comes to strategy, business development, and all of that, okay, that's where I win in other areas, in that particular area, or training, or coaching, or consulting, troubleshooting, all of those kind of things. When you do that, and one thing about unique intelligence is it makes it easier for you to brand yourself, and it makes it easier for you to market yourself and so what is due in the industry as you begin to grow as a young person, because you know that you are good at this thing. You don't need somebody to validate you. You don't need somebody you know yourself that, you see, when it comes to this, I am a pro. Because you know that you're functioning from your unique intelligence, right? Now, let me break down what is really unique intelligence, or let me take it forward. Individual unique intelligence. What is your? I like to call it IUI, individual unique intelligence. Do you know your IUI? What is your individual unique intelligence, or my individual unique intelligence? Now, I want to give you an assignment. After this session, make sure you're on a journey to discover your IUI, individual unique intelligence. Okay, it's very important. Very, very important. IUI refers to the specific strength, abilities, and talents that make a person unique. Strength, abilities, and talents that makes a person unique. Now, you can go get a sheet of paper and you draw 3 tables. And avoid being general. When you say my unique strength, look at the word unique. Make sure you dig deep. Go deep. Look at yourself. Go deeper. What am I, when it comes to strength, what am I so unique at? Be on a search. Scout your abilities. Scout your strength. Scout your skills, even the skills you have developed over time. You see? These can include cognitive abilities like analytical thinking. Maybe you know that you are so good, there's a way you think in an analytical way. You're a good problem solver. You can solve problems with numbers. You pick out on these things, as well as personal qualities such as creativity, maybe emotional intelligence, interpersonal skills related with people and all of that. Everyone has their own unique combination of intelligence and abilities. You have it. The point is you have not spent time to identify and grow in these areas. Everyone has their unique combination of intelligence and abilities. It is important to recognize and develop these strengths in order to reach your full potential and achieve personal success. Because it is difficult for you to reach your full potential and achieve incredible success when you don't understand your individual unique intelligence. Your greatness is found in your individual unique intelligence. Okay, now let's quickly run at, let me give you some few tips on how to identify your unique intelligence. Then we round up today's session. Who wants to learn? Who wants to learn how to do that? Who wants to learn and do? You want to learn and go practice today so that you can use these things and discover unique intelligence. Who wants to know how to do that? Say me in the chat box. Say me. Say me, and I. Good. All right, now let's quickly run through. These are things that if you go to, they may sound very simple, but they are very practical and they are very realistic and very important. And these things there are things that I did and they really greatly helped me, right? Number one, reflect on your past accomplishments and successes. Yes. If you are here and you don't really know there are some people that they are getting the concept of individual unique intelligence for the first time, right? Let me see. If you are getting for the first time, right? First time in the chat box. Let me just take a quick, if I conclude that it's the first time. If you are getting the concept unique individual intelligence for the first time. Okay, you see, first time. All right, now, so let me give you a tip. Let me give you these tips. Go and do it. Please go and do it. Now, number one, reflect on your past accomplishments and successes. See, there are certain things that you accomplish by error. Although you did things so bad, you just found yourself in the process and you just discovered that, hey, you did it, right? So, I did it, oh, I did it, right? Now that thing is a message for you. That thing that you achieved, that success, was a strong message for you. It brought out something in you that you have not noticed. So you can reflect, even go back right to when you were still in school, maybe university days or even high school. Reflect on your past accomplishments and successes. Think about the activities that you did. Think about the task that you accomplished naturally without struggling and maybe for the first time. Consider the skills and the abilities that you use to achieve the successes. Bring them together. Okay, let's narrow it down. You can pick your life, look at your life for the last 2 years or 3 years. Pick out your major accomplishments in the last 3 years. Then reflect on these accomplishments. Begin to look at the way to, what did I do so different that I've never done to achieve this? You note it down. For example, maybe you were so consistent at certain things. Okay, let's do more practical. There are some of you here that you have been so consistent at waking up at 4 a.m. You became an early riser because of the community, because of our morning schools and our policy that if you're in PPA, you should wake up every morning at 4 a.m., right? How many of you are here like that? You develop waking up very early in the morning to study because of PPA indicate, because of the community indicate, right? So you see many people, right? So now, it was that is an achievement. That is the success. Because of some of you in the last 6 months, in the last 1 year, in the last 2 years, you have been perpetually waking up every morning. Some of you is 4 a.m., some of you is 3:30 a.m. You have been waking up every morning till today, right? Now, you did not plan to, it's because of the community that you have now accomplished that. It has now become part of your culture. So many of you, have you now discovered that you can be consistent at something? Have you now discovered that you can stretch yourself and achieve anything you desire to achieve? Have you discovered that? So that is your unique intelligence. It is part of your unique intelligence. There are some of you that 2 years ago, you could not wake up at 4 a.m. Never. Who born you? Who? So even if you have more than slap, you never wake up, so you will still sleep small. But now, whatever happens, you have not developed the culture when you wake up every day. There are some of you that before you joined PPA, you could not finish one book in a month. But now you can read one book and finish. You even have the culture of studying. Those are accomplishments that they are communicating your unique intelligence that you have discovered over time. You have discovered that you can be consistent. You have discovered that you can stretch yourself and minimize the desires of the flesh, which likes to sleep and wake up and study. So begin to write those things down. They make up your unique intelligence. When you know those things now, you can now start intentionally using them for your advantage. You understand? Number 2, ask for feedback from others. Ask for feedback from others. Yes, you can talk to your family, you can talk to your friends, you can talk to your colleagues about what they see that makes you so unique, very unique. I was talking to one of my mentees who, she likes to bring on like everything. So she got a new boyfriend, right? So she was telling me about a guy. So I gave her an assignment. Okay, look, go and ask him to tell you 3 unique abilities that he has seen in you over time. And tell him that you should not mention that you are beautiful. You should not mention anything about your natural beauty or your voice or your eyes. All of those things are out. If your boyfriend can only describe you about that, that's a year boyfriend. Let him go deep. Let him go deep. Let him tell you that, look, I like the way you bring perspective into arguments. And then let him give an example. This is something I told my girlfriend, right? One time, we're arguing about, so I am for capitalist economists, right? Typical capitalist economists. Then she was for socialist economists. Now she's doing that because she read all this psychology, women empowerment, and all of those kind of things. So we're having an argument. I don't know what led to that. So I'm like, but I learned a lot from her perspective, from the socialist perspective. And like, okay, if I'm president, how can I build a country that brings policies from the capitalist sector and the socialist sector? And oh, I like the way you look at things from this perspective, economy-wise. For example, right? So her unique intelligence abilities was so that in that particular area. So as I asked her, Go and ask him. Don't let him tell, oh, yeah, I like because you're black, you're fair, oh, you're tall. That's stupid now. Anybody can say that. Let him go deep. Maybe there's a way that he has noticed that you, except for your boys, you go and ask your boyfriend to go and challenge him. Go and tell him what you doing. Apart from your six packs and you being tall and chocolate color, all of those whatever things that people say. But you know, these are some unique abilities about you that they're so critical, they're so powerful. So the second point that you can discover or identify your unique intelligence, do what? Ask for feedback from others. Talk to your family members, talk to your siblings, talk to your friends, talk to your spouse, talk to your husband, your wife. You know, there are some, like, especially marriages, there are people in marriages that they are not using each other for the good of the family. There are some husbands, if you ask them, what is your wife really good at intellectually, they cannot tell you. They are not using the intellectual gifting and abilities of their wives to enable the family to become more prosperous. Even the wives, they don't know certain deep intellectual abilities of their husbands. These are things we should talk about. It's what makes successful marriages, I think. It's not I love you from this tribe, go and do marital rights and pay bride price. And then what? Life is beyond that. Explore, stretch, become better. And I think that's why many people have very terrible relationships and marriages. I think, my perspective anyway. It's I don't marry if I go talk any of these things. So. My perspective, observation, analysis, research, from my personal opinion, right? That's what I think some of these things are lacking in marriages. You see them around us, right? Don't you think so? These are things that, like, married people here, let's talk. Married people in this room. Have you guys, you and your husband, you and your wife, have you ever sat to look at the unique strength of your wife, intellectual abilities of your wife and your husband? Have you guys ever had that particular discussion and how you can use it to benefit, you know, the prosperity of the family, the success of the family? Have you ever done that? Have you ever done that? Those who are married, confirm in the chat box. No, you see? No. There are some things that, and when you do this, you can push some people to go study certain things because you know that you can help the family. I always say something funny. There are some things that my wife will be able to do for me and the company. Bring some legal advice. If you are not legal, be financial driven. Bring some financial stuff. If you are not, use your ability to bring in some stuff to the dream that we are building. Don't just be there. Don't just be there. No. One of my friends, he's so bent. He's so bent. If he's not getting married to a lawyer or an accountant, he may not likely get married. Or the second plan now is, okay, he'll get married to you. Make sure that you have dreams and passion for, so if you can go back to school and learn law or accounting, fine. It's a good deal. Right? So, people have all kinds of dreams and goals and things like that. But anyway, always saying, go and ask for feedback from others. They will tell you something you don't know about yourself. Trust me. They'll tell you, oh, I like you because of this. I like the way you look at this. I like the way you approach things from this angle. Okay? Very important. Good. So, number three is consider your passions and interests. Yes, this one is very popular. You can just look at yourself and say, okay, what am I really passionate about? What really, really drives me? What do I naturally have interest about? That you can use it to dig deep to discover your unique intelligence and begin to develop it. There are some people that just got that you have natural passions about kids. You see, there's a lady that I was working with, and she ended up started doing a program on child psychology and child development because she had natural passion for kids. She just likes kids naturally. So you can now go to school and develop that part of intelligence. You see, what do you enjoy doing at your free time? What do you naturally just pursue as interest without feeling, just feeling excited about it, but you just love to pursue and know more about it. You are curious about it, okay? That is a sign for you to discover more about your intelligence, okay? Number 4 is you can take what they call personality test or strength assessment. Personality test or strength assessment. I always strongly encourage people to take a personality test. Know your personality, all right? I always recommend 16personalities.com. The link is on the chat box, 16personalities.com. Know your personality. There are some, I'm a sanguine, I am a phlegmatic, I am a protagonist, I am this, I am that. Know your personality, okay? Very, very important. For mentees, I always share some of these links that enable you to know yourself much better in the mentees WhatsApp group. Very important. I always share those intentionally. The more you know yourself, the more you know the things you can do. There are things, especially for me, there are some goals I stretch myself to do that. Sometimes my friends don't understand why, but I know that I have discovered that in me, there are certain capabilities that are inside of me that you know that the kind of thing that you just have this thing that you can do it, but you don't know how you're going to do it. Yes. So the more you know yourself, the more you can stretch yourself, as because you know that there is an ability inside of you hiding that only an experience, only a practical experience can bring out that ability and make it work. Okay, so taking a personality test or a strength assessment test will reveal more of you to you. So if you are here and you have never taken a personality test to know your personality type, to know your strengths and your weaknesses, please follow the link 16personalities.com and take the test. You will be marveled at what you will see. You will know. Sometimes I've taken this test like 4 times. Sometimes I used to take it like every year. I always just take it because as you grow in knowledge, in experiences, in exposure, things change. How you look at life change. So the more if you feel that you have upgraded or you feel that you're thinking, there was a time I told you that there was something I was worried about. I've been waiting. Why am I worried about this thing? It's not my personality. And when I took the test to see there's changes, make sure you are very genuine. Make sure you're very authentic. Make sure you are very, very real. It's a one-on-one thing. Don't lie to yourself. Be real, be very genuine. Don't lie. Okay. And you will discover your real self. This test is very powerful and it will reveal yourself to yourself in a way that you have never imagined before. Okay. And number 5, which is one of my favorite, is think about your values and priorities. Yes. Your values and priorities form your unique intelligence. What is important to you? How do your strengths align with those values and priorities? What are your personal daily core values? What are your personal life priorities? There are some things that over time, you just discover that you value them so much. Like, for example, I value time management a lot. I just grew to know that time is very important, right? I value consistency a lot. And many of these things, what do you prioritize in your life? What I prioritize learning. There are things in my life that no matter what happens, if I'm sick, like for example, reading a book or listening to an audio book or watching an expert video and all of that, when I'm sick, that's the highest thing I do. Because I always say, as long as the eyes can see and the brain can work, it's only the body that is sick. I'll watch, I'll listen, I'll read. So I just love, so that's something that is an important priority to me. So I can also use that to discover more about my unique intelligence. So in that area of priority, I'm saying that my unique intelligence is I don't get tired of learning. I can learn a lot. I can research a lot and all of that. Okay. So please Make sure you invest in these areas. Make sure you build the right competence, as we said earlier. And number two, make sure you discover and enhance your individual unique intelligence. These two things are very critical for your dominance in your career and business as a professional. You see, this is a new research I was reading today, 2023 Innovators Handbook, new, just released 2023. You see, already next year, what's the industry saying and all of that. These are things that you get to buy and all of that. 188 pages. I need to devour it before next year. You know, what are other experts saying about next year? So I was just talking about what? Competence, building competence. Need to dig deep, already ahead. What is next? What are experts saying? What am I also seeing from my perspective? When I look at the trends, when I look at the happenings and the events and the politics and the wars and the technologies and all of these things, what is or is not happening? What do I anticipate? What are others saying? Competence, striving for competence. And that's how you win as a professional. Okay? All right, everybody. That's it for today. Any questions? You can ask them now.